I'm Mega Mike the Movie Man, and today I got a mega movie plan. Today I'm back with another mega review for you all. I'm going to be reviewing the new movie Blacklight. I'm going to give you my general thoughts of the movie, so no spoilers here, spoiler free. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and my recommendation on whether you should see this one or not. So stick around to the end of the video for that recommendation. But without further ado, let's get started.
One day you wake up and realize you're not sure who the good guys are anymore.
Now to get into the good of the movie first. So Blacklight is Liam Neeson's latest action thriller, and I know we've heard this basic premise for a movie before, but I think this movie adds a few little spicy ingredients into the mix to kind of change up Liam Neeson's character. So Liam Neeson plays a former FBI operative that has a obsessive disorder. So he has to make sure everything's very organized, everything is in its place. He's aware of all safety issues. Where are the exits located? Are the doors locked? He has to do things 3 times in the movie. And so you see how this obsessiveness just wears down on his family, on his daughter and granddaughter, and how it impacts their lives. So that's a good emotional element to the movie. And then his character is also trying to work with other FBI operatives that have other disorders. So you see that as a running theme throughout the movie. Now, I think the first third of this movie is really strong. There's really good action in this movie, good gun fu, you got good fighting choreography, you got good chase sequences. So the first third is really strong. And then also the last third of the movie is pretty strong as well. Especially that Home Alone invasion sequence is actually quite some fun. So I enjoyed all the action parts of it. When Liam Neeson is on screen, he is doing great in this role because you've seen him in these roles before, but he does a solid job here as well. And all the locations they go to in the movie are really awesome. I like seeing Washington, D.C. in the movie. And so there's a lot of good elements in this movie that make it at least a fun action thriller.
What kind of bad stuff do you do?
Now to get into the bad of the movie. So this is another Liam Neeson action movie, and while the action in this movie is solid, it is nothing special, nothing we haven't seen before, nothing extraordinary in terms of action. But while the action is going on, it is entertaining enough. But there isn't action constantly throughout this movie. I feel like this movie really drags in the middle part when they start bringing in the journalists. I just don't think it was that compelling with the journalist angle, and especially the journalist performances aren't that great. You can tell they're definitely not as good as Liam Neeson's part or his family's part, and so that just kind of detracts from the movie and it slows it down. You might get a little sleepy during those middle parts. Eventually, it does pick up, but I wish they would have cut out some of those journalist parts, make it a tighter package of a movie, maybe make it just paced a little bit more quickly with more action throughout it. And I think that would have done the movie a lot of favors because this movie does start to feel a little bit long in some parts. And I think they could have just cut that down a little bit. Just focus solely on the action. We don't need all the journalist angle. And then also, this movie does get very political right away from the very beginning. So if you're not into a lot of politics in a movie, then yeah, you're going to be turned off definitely right away with this movie. Now, I didn't mind it for a movie like this because I think it does make sense from the story plot they went with, but just know there's are those political elements definitely heavy-handed in this movie. They're not subtle at all, so just be aware of that going into this movie.
You're a federal agent involved in a secret FBI program.
Off the books.
Now to get into my recommendation of the movie. Now, is Blacklight worth your time or not? So you know exactly what this movie is. It's another Liam Neeson action movie. So if you haven't been too happy with those movies before, this one's not going to win you over. So you can totally stay away from this one. But if you like kind of just those silly action movies, turn your brain off type of movie, and just enjoy a action thriller of a ride, then you might have a little bit of entertainment out of this one. And I do like how they add in those elements to the character of being obsessive. I think that changes it up just a little bit to make it a little bit different. But once again, this isn't going to be a very memorable movie. It's not a movie you're going to remember weeks and weeks later. It's not one of the best action thriller movies of all time or anything like that. So if you want to skip this one, totally skip it. You're not missing out on anything. But if you just want an action movie to see this weekend, then yeah, give it a try. I don't think you're gonna be disgusted with the movie, but I don't think you're gonna be like, oh, this movie was awesome. I just think it's gonna be kind of in the average range. Nothing special, nothing terrible, just exactly what you're expecting to get from this action movie. So that would be my recommendation. I had a decent enough time with it, but there are probably better movies that have came out this weekend and in weeks past that would be better than this one.
Maybe it's time I hang it up.
No, Travis, not an option.
So that will do it for today's mega review of Blacklight. Let me know in the comments below, were you planning on seeing this movie and what got you excited about? And also, what is your favorite Liam Neeson action movie of all time? Let's have that movie discussion down below. Also, if you're just discovering the channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe right now. I'm going to get you tons of movie reviews, movie rankings, movie news, movie haul videos all year long. I don't want you to miss out on any of that entertainment value, so subscribe right now. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss when I post a video. Also, like the video, and this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.